I'm humbled to be here on stage. I'm going to walk around because I'm a former trial attorney and history teacher, so please forgive me. Being up here is really an amazing privilege because all the presentations I've seen so far, if I had money, I would invest in them. And I believe a rising tide lifts all boats, so I encourage all of you to truly invest in these people. But that includes me. So, equalityMD. Once upon a time, I was a health defense insurance attorney in DC. That meant I defended insurance companies. I worked for the dark side. And I saw how messed up our healthcare system is. And I didn't think I could make a dent in it. And I couldn't, and then the Great Recession came, all the young attorneys were told to go find something else to do. So I've been an entrepreneur now for 13 years. This is not my first rodeo. I've had 2 exits before. And as a lawyer, you're called a counselor at law, but you're really a counselor at life. And the one question I've received more than any other is, where can I find a medical provider as an LGBTQ person that makes me feel safe, where I can be my authentic self? And I thought, damn, I've asked myself that question a lot too, and I don't have an answer. Then the pandemic hit, and the consumer behavioral data analytics company I had prior to that, I had to pivot to healthcare. And so we have now equalityMD, LGBTQ healthcare, and data analytics. In 2016, the National Institutes of Health declared the LGBT+ community a health disparity population. By definition, this means they suffer from unique healthcare concerns and historic lack of access to care. But what they left off was the fact that this community has suffered from systemic discrimination from within the medical community itself. Also, this is the most undermeasured demographic in the country because not everyone's going to raise their hand and say, please count me. And that's personal choice. So our solution to this is to culturally competently train providers, primarily with primary care and mental health, as well as nurses, and using our machine learning matching algorithm, kind of like a dating app, match patients with providers, and patients are in the driver's seat. They become the superheroes of their own healthcare stories and have agency over how they receive care, because our whole goal is to change how our community perceives and receives care. And then we have Virtual First for Employees, our B2B SaaS platform. I did a Harvard Business School program called Accelerating Board Diversity in 2021, and I can sum that up in one sentence. The most effective way for any corporation, any business, any association to accomplish their diversity, equity, and inclusion goals is to have an inclusive healthcare package for their employees, to diversify their talent pipeline, retain that talent, and make themselves distinguishable from their competitors, but also be culturally relevant. And the actionable data insights that we're collecting are just, they're going to be huge. I don't know what they're going to be yet because we don't have them, but they're going to be a lot of fun. So the technology is part of our secret sauce, but the training is fun too because we give providers something they need anyway, continuing medical education credits. Other companies out there that do cultural competency training don't offer that. And the trust is really our biggest part of the secret sauce. I jokingly say that I've been building this company my entire life without meaning to, by showing up, being my authentic self, and giving first. And my team has been doing the exact same thing. This is not a niche market, my friends. There are 30 to 40 million LGBTQ Americans. And again, we don't know exactly because we don't have many to count, but we do know that this number is increasing. It's the most undermeasured patient population and represents every demographic out there, and the intersectionality of identities cannot be understated. What we're doing not only affects our community, but military veterans, Asian Pacific Islanders, neurodiverse communities, you name it, all of those communities are part of our community. The TAM, according to PitchBook, is $216 billion. Our serviceable addressable market, just based on our existing relationships, is $27 billion. One of them, the National LGBT Chamber of Commerce, is $8 billion. Lots of text, don't worry about reading. So we built our MVP, and we had two-sided marketplace, patients, providers. Patients loved it, they could be themselves. They had telehealth sessions in their cars, in their dorm rooms, in their basements. Providers loved it because we were a marketing engine for an invisible patient population they wanted to reach, and they made more money, but it wasn't scalable. So we pivoted to a B2B business model, which we're launching this June with a white label telehealth partner. And we're doing that so we can show product market fit and eventually build and stand up our own telehealth platform. We have enterprise pipeline of AmerisourceBergen and Boston Scientific. The NGLCC has 438 corporate partners, and we're working with 5 of them to become enterprise clients in 2024, 2025. We have pipeline projects with CVS Aetna and a major Blues system. And the Blues system called me in December saying, we have been given an LGBTQ mandate. And I said, what the hell is that? And they said, we have to make the experience for our members more inclusive. And you're the only company in the country, after doing market research, that can accomplish that goal. And I said, that's pretty nice. All right, let's make this happen. That's starting in January next year. And AWS granted us $250,000 in credits because we're part of their health equity initiative. And as a startup health portfolio company, and Angels portfolio company, we're now working with the California Health Foundation, which gives us access to 1/3 of the Medi-Cal patients here in California. I recently just relocated from Virginia. I drove cross country in 2 days. Don't ever do that. But I do love Los Angeles. And Cedars-Sinai is looking to work with us to become our healthcare system of record once we do stand up our own platform. Business model, we charge by the number of seats based on how big the company is. There are 53 LGBTQ chambers across the country. Each has between 200 and 1,400 business members. So our primary revenue stream is going to be the SMB market. We'll have some enterprise clients, but because of the long pipeline, it's going to take some time. The revenue flywheel repeats and compounds in each new market we enter because we become trusted community anchors based on the relationships we've already established. We will have some B2C elements to our business model, but that's not our primary motivation. We can grow fast because we already have the demand. People are asking for it yesterday. Wells Fargo, when I spoke to them in the National LGBT Chamber for Commerce in Vegas last summer, said, where were you 2 years ago? We are providing the solution that companies are facing right now. Lots of exit potential. Amazon, just picture how we could fit into their new acquisition of One Medical, or how we could fit into CVS's acquisition of Oak Street Health. It's so easy for us to help make those acquisitions possible. Our team is, we can do a little with a lot. I'm looking for $250,000. We have $50K committed. All I need is $200,000. That gets us into market fast this June in Los Angeles, working with 4 LGBT chambers in Southern California and the largest LGBTQ organization in the world, the LA LGBTQ Community Center, and start the foundation. Our team is incredible. I can tell you all about us once you come visit us at our booth, but I want you to help me help people who have not had a voice in their healthcare system by changing how this community perceives and receives healthcare. Thank you.
Thank you, man. Well rehearsed, right on time.